Football. I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Ducks have been waiting and finally the moment is coming and the opening of the season. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Quick toss to the right. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line.
The biggest rule change for me, if I could make one in all of college football, would be illegal man downfield. And when they run these RPO plays and those linemen start to creep further and further down the field, I would love for the refs to call those more often. It's a cheating play, basically, running these RPOs. So hard to stop. Nice execution by the offense, but probably cheating too.
Let's talk for just a second about TCU. One of the big storylines coming into this year was the rising temperature of the coach's seat. And the process of cooling things off starts now.
All offseason, this coach has said the right things. I'm not worried about it. I'm not focused on it. I'm just worried about our team. But, David, let's be real. He's got to win games. There is an expectation at this program to win. And if he doesn't start fast this year, that hot seat's only going to get hot.
No, and then the chirping starts, and everybody's going to be talking about his job. The pressure builds, and then what happens? Sometimes you lose the locker room. So important to get off to a good start. Try to quiet some of those haters and some of those doubters.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. The short hands, it's a Randall. Ball spins away. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these 3rd down situations.
The offense changing the play. Going to look downfield again. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have a chance to be complete.
Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
Yeah, and listen, offensively, you run the RPOs, you just want positive yards, make the right read the guy. If he wants to drop back a little bit, hand it off, get some positive yards, go on to the next play.
Touchdown, TCU! Quick strike through the air for the score.
What an exciting way to start this season. This offense had a plan. They knew who they wanted to be, but you had to come out and execute it. And that was a beautiful first drive, creating some momentum, not only for this offense, but for this squad to start the season.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So a well-executed 8-play, 75-yard drive. And they finish things off with an 8-yard toss for the score. He'll bring it out. It's Buck. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. The give to the tailback. He's going to lose a yard on that one. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. My by no means was it a transfer portal exodus, the number of guys they lost among the fewest in the country, but you do wonder if things have just become really transactional in the sport right now.
Well, this is a team that had a lot of success last year, and a lot of their key players want to build off of that. So to me, not a big surprise that these guys have decided to stick around.
Yeah, it's cool to see it, man. You don't see a lot of this in college football nowadays. A lot of people leaving. They're doing a good job of retaining their guys. They must have built a really good culture.
And I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage again, going tempo.
Rush is on him. Got it in the middle, it's hard.
In college football, you see this a ton now. You use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
To the air, it's McCord. Makes the grab. On his feet at the 40. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
I'll tell you, this guy has to get touches early in games. They're doing a good job of that right now. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. And I think if you're on offense, you move him around and you find more creative ways to get him involved.
Looking to throw on first down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Gonna swing it on second down. He's open on the right. Jumped on top of the pile.
Well, that's one a defender would love to have back. Great coverage there on the corner route. That's a 50-50 ball. He just has to do a better job high pointing it at the top. The receiver beat him to the ball and made a big play.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. A strike downfield. Picks up enough to give them first and 10 from the 11.
Third down, understanding exactly where the sticks are. You know, you got to stop certain routes so they don't get to certain depths. Quarterback completes and gets another first down. Got to be a little bit more mindful of where those sticks are.
They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work on second down in the red zone, and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking to fire. Grab behind the line. It's awesome. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. They were able to get the ball to the running back in space, but that space just evaporated.
And a great job by the defense, man. It's tough to get those guys on the ground. They're so used to having the football as running backs and making plays and being dynamic. So usually one guy not going to get into the ground. You want many guys swarming to...
And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Oregon! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem.
When you start in the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can give up a safety. You get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together. Great job executing. Great job getting a touchdown.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Starts from their own 25-yard line. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll keep it himself. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
After that tight first quarter, this second period ought to be a lot of fun. So they go back to work after the break, and it is third down. Quarterback may change this route. Throwing right. Finds a man by himself. He'll be stopped and forced out of bounds. Marking at the 47-yard line, and this offense is going to work. And the Horned Frogs will line it up on 1st and 10. He'll do it himself. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
I think a lot of quarterbacks like those defenses that will be passive and let it slowly develop. Nah, this defense, you could tell, they were aggressive and attacking, and it really paid off.
The Horned Frogs trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Reads it, fires complete. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the shotgun, the inside give. Shakes off the defender. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
Makes the grab past the marker. Still on his feet. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And I love that play call on 4th down. You know, the entire defense was zoning in on that running back, thinking he was maybe going to get a handoff, but they're able to sneak and leak him out of the backfield. Behind the defense, he makes the catch and keeps the drive alive.
Looking downfield on 1st down. Unloads to the right. Incomplete. He had it right in his hands for the pick, and I believe he might have been thinking about those big plays he's known for. Instead, it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Able to move it ahead a couple of yards. He gets it down to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Right back to the well. That'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal from the 10.
It's hard to stop great runners. It really is. That's why you run the football consistently. You got a big offensive line, a big physical unit. You run the football like this, man, it will take a toll later. But you got to tackle this guy over and over again who has this ability to make people miss and make big plays.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive runs.
And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Holding on the offense, accepted, so they'll back up and go at it again. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. And it'll be incomplete. This defense is physical in pass deep.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Quarterback on the move, still looking. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming.
Man, if I'm the offensive line, I got to do a better job initially protecting my quarterback. And then once he scrambles out of that pocket, he starts to go to the left, I got to stick with the play because then he gets whacked at the end of the play. And instead of helping my quarterback up, I got to make sure I protect him a lot better moving forward.
It's good. Easy call for the refs. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
A pair of top 15 teams throwing haymakers today. Let's show you the very latest. Arkansas needs to pick up the pace, but this puppy is far from over. And with this crowd there in Fayetteville behind them, I'm kind of banking on a comeback. It's still a one-score game. They're trailing by 8 to Texas A&M. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. They'll open this drive, breaks into the open. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46.
So difficult because my eyes tell me as a defensive guy, he's handing it off. The offensive line's block and run. I got to go get it. Quarterback pulls it, throws it to the right. It's kind of like that hidden hat game. Like, where's the ball? I'm always trying to find that daggone thing.
The Ducks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Nice pickup on the ground here, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. No matter what uniform the Ducks are rocking, they are dressed for success on the ground.
And that's who they are, right? They're dressed for success. They run the football, and then after that, what do? They run it some more, and they run it fast. Every Oregon team always been built on that tempo and ground game.
Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right flat. Nice job.
Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. And the Ducks with the 1st and 10. Direct snap. He's stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
Great offenses always stay ahead of the chains. That run right there, now you're in a good position. It's not 2nd and long. It's not 3rd and long. Now it's the whole playbook's open. The defense really has to honor run and pass on the next snap.
Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. Just about the time the quarterback got the snap, that dude was in his mustache.
Quick, fast, and in a hurry in the backfield. Got him to the ground before he could even think about getting the laces and trying to get the ball out of his hands.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. Touchdown, Ducks! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
And I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Plenty of time left in the half here as they take over, but they will want to be efficient here in the final 2 minutes. Tight end now in motion. They'll go to the ground. Got enough for the first. Really good job to pick up a chunk of yardage and get it out to the 39-yard line. Off play action on 1st down. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. He got loose, almost housed it, finally dragged down at the 32. And the Horned Frogs moving quickly to the line. Quarterback making adjustments. Pocket breaking down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Horned Frogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Got him downfield. They're able to get him stopped just shy of the first down marker. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this 3rd down play. Clock running. To the ground to try to pick up the first. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. He's up to 51 yards on the ground. A very productive first half here in the season opener. They're looking to pass from the red zone. Tough, determined run gets it down to the 12. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Back to throw, and they've got to be aware of the clock. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they make the play to stop the scoring opportunity just before the end of the half.
It's a good young lesson for all young receivers out there. Never jump up and down waving your hands trying to get the attention of the quarterback, because guess what? All you're doing instead is getting the attention of the defense. They're able to run over and get the INT.
Enough time to get off a play before we head to halftime. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Running back searching for a hole. Several defenders get an assist on that tackle. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
Back to throw, it's McCord. Complete. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chains. The Ducks racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll run it out of the shotgun. And he was able to get away from one tackle, but plenty of help was on the way. Decent pickup on that play.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
The Ducks in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Fires to the tight end. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're able to find the tight end for an easy completion, but good job tackling, not allowing him to get the first down.
the 41, third and short, trying to keep the chains moving. On the option. And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Scoops it up, still a live ball. They rode their running back, but he could not make it. It'll be fourth down.
Well, ball security doesn't just apply to running backs and receivers. QB's got to keep two hands on the ball as well. And they're very lucky after that fumble that the offense jumped on.
And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. TCU has it back and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Nice job by the defense, seeing the run, pulling the trigger, getting downhill, and stopping the running back for no gain.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to them and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Grab near the marker. It's Davis. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. Coming to the line of scrimmage on 3rd down. Off play action. Pressure coming. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. The Horned Frogs will punt it away on 4th down. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Off the play fake on 1st down. He's going to let it go. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And finally, this quarterback looks human for one play. He has been lights out up to this point. Very accurate, making good decisions in a beautiful rhythm, and finally throws his first incompletion of the game.
Back to throw, it's McCord. Unloads to the wideout. Grabbed over the middle, it's Hart. And they don't drag him down until he gets all the way to the 46-yard line.
Ooh, that's a nice throw. Great accuracy there. And when you think about Oregon quarterbacks, I know we think about guys running around a little bit, but think back to guys like Dan Fouts, A.J. Feely. How about that? Joey Harrington, of course, Justin Herbert. These guys could thread the needle from the pocket, make all the throws. This guy here reminds me a little bit of them.
And the quickest way to blow up the run game is those interior big boys. Those defensive tackles getting in the backfield really quickly and making that ball hurt.
Man, that D tackle was in the backfield in a hurry. The big man is nimble.
Nimble, fast, quick, athletic. That's just all words you describe defensive linemen with.
Intercepted. Big play stops the drive.
He's shown you why he's so versatile as a strong safety. This is a guy that we've seen come down to the box, support the run. He can tackle out in space, but he's also really good on the back end in coverage. That time in the cover 2 look, doing a great job with his eyes. He also shows you off the ball skills, making that pick.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. They believe in that running game. Got 6 before he stopped at the 23. And the Horned Frogs want to crank the tempo. Muscling ahead on 3rd and short. There he goes! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line. This offense absolutely humming as they come to the line again. And And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
The give from the gun. They'll give him a couple. That leaves him with 3rd and 8. Trying to pick up a first down. He might want another play. Throws to the tight end. Wide open downfield. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Power football with the run. Quick spin on the run.
There's just so much for this defense to think about. They've had strong side runs thrown out. Now the counter. They know that this offense can work in the play action off of all these base runs too. So much offensive volume this defense needs to worry about at this point in the game.
He is going nowhere as the defense is manhandling this running game.
Keep the foot on the pedal if you're on offense here. You got that yardage. Yeah, you didn't get the first down, but you've set yourself up now to go for it here and keep this drive alive.
They're in field goal range here on 4th down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. Can't make the connection, and the defense gets a 4th down stop.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Gonna run it. It's Finley. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you've got the offense right where you want.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical and they're trying to stay on the field.
Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. And we've reached the end of the 3rd, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on 4th down. And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Got room on the return. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. So the opportunity with a touchdown here to take a 4th quarter lead. Wants to adjust the pattern. He wants to throw it. Under fire. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. See if they can get it done on 2nd and goal. The run up the middle, trying to find its way to the goal line. And he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'd love to make this short field pay off with a touchdown instead of a field goal, but it's 3rd and goal. He stopped right there, short of the first down, and this defense trying to preserve the lead.
And how about the response from this defense? Put in a horrible situation, horrible field position. Jesse, they bowed their necks 3 times in a row.
Yeah, and it's a sudden change situation, and they practice that all week. You never know when they're going to come up, but you have to have guys on the field playing with a sense of urgency. This has been awesome defensively.
Here's the snap, looking to throw. Touchdown, hard throw! They've got the lead here in the 4th.
And just like that, the game was completely changed, right? The defense comes away with a huge turnover, and the offense able to cash it in, capitalize by scoring a touchdown. So they've now got the lead. Not a lot of time left, but it feels like all the momentum is now on their side.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Has it back, and here comes the offense. That last drive ended with an interception, and this time it's paramount they take care of the ball. To throw, it's McCord. Quarterback adapting. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another day.
Yeah, this defense is going to have a plan for this tight end, especially when he lines up in the slot, because there's a lot of different routes he can run, and because of his size and his wingspan, he's very, very difficult to cover.
Wants to go up top on 1st down. Good job to avoid the negative play and just get rid of that thing.
The bad news is it's incomplete, but the good news was the quarterback, I think, made the right decision that time, actually throwing it away. He's been burned a couple times early in this one with some picks in this game, and so that time, instead of trying to force the play and make something happen out of nothing, he just throws it away. The defense wins that down. You live to play another day.
And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Got some room to run. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, TCU! What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO, and he's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a rhythm.
A CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. We've got to stop turning the football over.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Back to throw, it's McCord. He lets it fly. Snags it down the right side. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Makes the catch. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline and you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
Brought down at the 28. A chunk play, 15 yards on that one, and a 1st down.
And this offense is going to have to be aggressive, right? Down a couple possessions, got to continue to get these 1st downs, move quick, don't be in a hurry, but they've got to keep the accelerator down because they need some explosive plays.
to the air on first down. He's got it down the middle. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground cover to pick up the first.
You got to like this defense, man. All game long, great.
Lets it fly deep downfield. Touchdown, Oregon! Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
The great thing about spreading a defense out, I can see where the blitz is coming from. I can see where they're weak. I can see my matchups. Nice job by the offense, spreading them out, taking advantage of their matchup, and getting in for the score.
And he tacked on the extra point. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end. Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
They'll keep it on the ground to keep this clock moving. Got the first down and more. Give him 105 yards rushing, and he goes over the century mark in this season opener. Now they'll line it up from the 44 on 1st and 10. There's the pressure. Got it behind the line. It's Holly. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Trying play action. Fires on the move. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
He can't quite get there on the scramble. Dangerous with his feet, but this defense rises to the occasion and forces a 4th down. This offense believes you are given 4 downs for a reason. You've got to use all of them. 2 for 3 so far today. Gotta have it here on 4th down. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop.
And as a defense, that's all you can ask for. Give the ball back to your offense. Yes, you're still down. You gave them a chance. They got the football. They got some time left. Now can they put a drive together? Maybe go tie this game. Maybe go win this game. Great stop by this defense.
So first play of the drive coming here from their own 49. Looking for a man. It's McCord. And the pressure will get there. The sack. Down he goes in the waiting moments. That could be a costly play. And the Ducks with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to go up top. He wants a big play here late. He holds it in, and nobody's close. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
I love when you back the defense off of you. If you want to get aggressive, I'll take shots down the field, make the defense play more conservative, and now what? Now you're in the red zone with a chance to get some points.
And a touchdown here would not only give them the lead, but in the 4th quarter, that ramps up the pressure. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. After getting nothing done on 1st down, 2nd and goal from the 6. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. Now 3rd and goal and tough yardage to cover here. This is a designed run. Touchdown Ducks! And in the final moments, they've taken the lead.
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about, but now my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. He wants to change this route. Wants to throw on 1st down. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
Yeah, it's hard. This is the hardest time because you got to have plays and you got to have scripts because you know they're sitting back with all the DBs on the field in a dime package playing pass. How can we get 1st downs? How can we complete passes?
Trying to burn this defensive back. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at 3rd down.
And those are the plays that you worry about as a defensive coordinator, man. Not getting beat over the top, but not just by any guy, but by a guy that can fly. And they've been worried about it all game long. Their game plan has been steered toward that, and right here they execute at a really good level. Make sure they don't let them get behind them, and they knock the football to the ground.
And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up. Someone moved a little early, and the offense will go backward. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. And here we go, down a score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Looking left. Just excellent technique by this receiver, working the sideline, the great footwork to stay in bounds. And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll try the outside to the left. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays and big...